Hi, this is Jason Coker, President of Wisconsin Evolution. I'm here with Brandon Morris, our Vice President. Appreciate you coming out today.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
I wanted to get an opportunity to speak with you to let everybody else know in our community, maybe potential recruits, parents of those recruits, exactly a little bit more about you, your world, your path through life with the game of basketball. So first off, how did you even get started with basketball?
As far as I can remember, my mom taking me down to Lincoln Park,
Okay.
doing different drills with me. I can remember us always working on layup drills, finishing at the hoop.
How old were you?
Of course, she gave me a contact. I think I was probably about 4 or 5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was real tiny. And then obviously the CYC basketball,
Okay.
where a lot of kids in Kenosha start their basketball at. And from there, it just pretty much took off.
Okay, okay. And in case you didn't know, you're about to know, Brandon's had a pretty colorful experience with the game of basketball. We first met. You were the standout, one of the standouts at St. Joe's High School in Kenosha. Talk about a little bit about your career as you progressed through high school and as well college, and of course in the pros.
Well, playing at St. Joe's, I thought we had some extremely special kids
Okay.
playing. If I just want to name a few, like David Tolfrey,
Yep.
A very special player, sharpshooter. Dariel Hill, who took care of business on both sides of the basketball. There's Ryan Heller, Andy Fruin, Terry Farm. I mean, the list just keeps rolling.
Yes.
Dennis Coleman, Jose Garcia, Kyle. So many kids that came there and played with us. Brian Colbert, to help us prepare for state tournament type play. We got a chance to go to the state tournament twice, which you were coaching one of those state tournaments. So that's special in itself.
Yep.
Not every high school basketball player can say that they went to the state tournament.
Yeah.
So it took some special players, and we went there twice, lost by 1 point both times, which was tragic for us.
Very painful. Very painful. Yes.
But again, when you look back at the experience, it was special. It was special.
And after you got done with St. Joe's, what happened from there? Because you ended up going to Green Bay. Did you go to Green Bay right away, or did you have a?
Well, in high school, I actually signed with Central Michigan University.
Okay.
Chris Webber's brother was playing there at the time.
Oh, wow.
And I went on a visit, and he convinced me that, hey, this was the right place to play. And, NBA scouts look at you no matter what school you go to. So I was very comfortable with the coaches, the players, especially Chris Webber's brother. At that time, he was driving around in Jason Williams' Range Rover. So,
Oh, nice.
so that helped out a little bit too. So I signed there, and as time went on, and I was playing in my season because I signed before the season, I'm thinking like, wow, maybe I can play somewhere bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I decommitted from Central Michigan, and from there, I'm back in the recruiting process again. The school was calling me, and I'm taking visits. Eventually, it got to a point where junior colleges were available and interested, and it was big junior colleges.
Okay.
And I could have went Division I right away, but I chose the JUCO route because I wanted to play at somewhere like UConn, North Carolina, some big school.
Absolutely.
And a few of the junior colleges that were interested in me, they had those schools
Okay.
knocking at their door, in their gym. And that's what interests me to go to the junior college route.
Okay.
So when I went to junior college, or taking on those junior college visits, I actually signed with Iowa Western Community College.
Sure.
Clear on the west side of Iowa, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Nobody ever heard of it, but it's 10 minutes away from Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay. Okay.
And I signed there late July. So a lot of kids that watch this video, you guys are in high school. Don't panic if you don't get signed by April or May. If you're doing the right things, those coaches will find you. That's guaranteed. I'm living proof of that. So I signed late July. I went out there, starting the school year off, and there was a kid that was getting recruited by Marquette.
Okay.
And he was a point guard. He started the previous year, and basically he was going to be starting that year.
Okay.
And for me, coming from small Kenosha, playing at Lincoln Park, we're very competitive,
Yeah.
of course. So in my mind, I said I'm going to take that Spartan spot.
So you sized them up. Yep.
Immediately.
Yeah.
The first day, I asked the coach. I said, "So who's the guy that's the leading point guard that's going to be probably going to Marquette or Cincinnati at that time? Can you point him out to me?" They pointed out to me, and I went over there and introduced him myself. I said, I'm a point guard from Kenosha, Wisconsin. He said, "They got black people in Kenosha?" I said, "Well, yeah, look, I'm one of them." So from that point on, I said, "I'm going to make your life a living hell." And then from there, I was on him every single day.
Okay.
I put in the time every single day, and I became the starting point guard.
Okay.
I took his spot, and I mean, that was just amazing in itself. From there, I played those 2 years. I was one of the best defensive players in the country. I was one of the better point guards in the country, and I got recruited by so many different schools. So I signed with St. Louis University. I said, yes, I'm going to Conference USA, just like Nick Van Exel. He went to junior college. I'm going to junior college. Now I'm signing Conference
Cincinnati,
USA. We got the same path. St.
Yeah.
Joe's, junior college, Conference USA.
Yeah.
I'm on the right track. And then the summer is taking place, and we're getting closer to school start. They contact me, says, "Hey, you have one credit that doesn't transfer over to St. Louis." I said, "Okay, so what does that mean?" He said, "Well, with the time period, we got to find some classes that you can take right now that'll get done in the next 4 weeks
To make up for it.
to make up for
Yeah.
it, for that one class that didn't transfer." I said, "Okay." So we're looking, we're searching, we can't find anything. So it says, "You know what, don't worry about it. Maybe we'll find something inside of St. Louis that you can take and then still have you on credit to play this season."
Okay.
Going. Week and a half before school starts, listen, we've exhausted all of our options. We're gonna have to release you. One class didn't transfer. And I was taking a ride from somewhere. I was working out in Milwaukee, actually, up at UWM, and I'm driving back and I'm crying my eyes out. I can't believe this is happening.
Yes.
I
Yes.
said, "No, not
Because
this."
time is of the essence, because you're almost in season as far as starting school,
Exactly.
and this is kind of a last minute rush. for
Week
you.
and a half before school starts.
What do you do?
So right away that day, they put out a press release that I got released from St. Louis, and it goes through, I guess, some NCAA website and everything. That afternoon, coaches are calling.
Oh, wow.
Coaches all over the country. It's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I thought, a week and a half before school starts, I'm getting released. There's no way I'm going to get a scholarship before school starts.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, coaches are calling that afternoon. Boom, 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 boom. I couldn't believe it. So then there's a school out in Utah that had just turned Division I. There was a point guard named Ronnie Price who played for Indiana and a couple other NBA teams.
That sounds familiar, yeah, yeah.
So he calls me up and he's talking to me. He's like, "Yo, man, this is the best place to play. I'm getting NBA looks, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, "Utah? You guys just turned Division I? I don't know."
Yeah.
So then I narrowed it down to Utah State, Iowa State, UW Green Bay.
Okay.
So I get a call from a number that I don't even know, a blocked number. And then I get a text message, says, "Yo, it's D, pick up the phone." Number calls again. Say, "Yo, D," or "Hey, Brandon, what up? This is D." "Hey, what's up, man?" I'm talking, having a conversation. I'm like, "Wait a minute, I don't recognize your voice. Who is this?" He said, "Man, it's your boy D." I'm like, "Okay, I got a couple guys named D." So he said, "Man, it's Dwayne Wade." I said, "Dwayne Wade? You playing, right?"
Yeah.
He said, "No, man, it's Dwayne Wade, man. I'm just trying to give you a call and let you know about Coach K, the head coach at UW Green Bay." I was like, "Wow, that's amazing." He said, "Yeah, man, he recruited me when out of high school. He worked with me, developed me all throughout while I was at Marquette." I
Okay.
was like, "Wow." So then I asked him a couple questions about the coach to get to know him better, and I said, "Well, I got Iowa State on the table too. That's Big 12, man." He says, "Well, just do your research on Iowa State." I said, "All right, cool." Hung up the phone. I started doing my research on Iowa State. At this time, Coach Eustachius was under investigation, and the school was going to be put on NCAA violations.
Oh,
So
Can't go
now they
back.
can't go to the tournament. They can't give us a certain amount of scholarships.
yep.
I talked with Iowa State, asked them all these questions. Says, "Yeah, so you would have to pay for this first year, but you'll be on scholarship the next year." I said, "Come on, man.
Yeah,
I'm not paying for school."
yeah.
Talked back with UW Green Bay coach. He says, "Hey, yeah, let me give you a phone. Yo, BMO, what's up, man? It's D." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like,
pressure's
"What's-
on, right?
What's up, man?"
Yeah.
He said, "Listen, we talked already. Are you gonna sign or what?" He said, "Coach K is my man. That's why I got him down here in Miami with me." I'm like, "You got to be kidding me.
Bring me down to Miami real quick.
Right, let
Yeah,
me decide. So, anyways, I said I'll call you. I'll call you tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about it with my family and see what I want to do. Sure enough, signed with UW Green Bay. I didn't even actually sign with him. I just committed to him. I had to sign when I got on campus,
Oh,
the
wow.
day before school started.
Wow.
That's not crazy.
Yeah.
Now, Coach K says, listen, I got to let you know, we brought a freshman in with the intent that he's going to have the ball in his hands 85% of the time. He's going to be starting. He's going to be running the team. I said, okay.
Been through that
That's
before.
fine. I've been through that before. Get there, pack all my stuff into my apartment. We got open gym, 7 o'clock. Go over to the gym. I said, who's the starting point guard? I asked one of the managers. He says, oh, he's just a kid over there. He's working on his ball handle. His name is Ryan Ernashua. Go up to him. What's up, man? I'm Brandon Morris. Nice to meet you.
I'm your worst nightmare.
For the next 2 years, I'm going to be here. I'm going to make your life a living hell.
Yeah.
And from that day on, that's what I did. That's what I did. And my intentions were good. My intentions were to make him better.
Yeah, raise the
as
level of
well as,
competition.
raise the level of competition. So from there, I really took like a big brother role as well as the bully role because I was going after something. And I went after it and I got the starting spot. And it was like, wow, I'm repeating this history from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So I had an amazing junior career. I was MVP.
Okay.
Most leading rebounder on the team.
As a point guard.
As a point guard.
Nice.
Most points.
Remember that point guard.
and then led the team in steals, as well as minutes played and a few other categories.
Okay.
Top 10 in three-point percentage in the country.
Okay.
So that was just amazing.
Yeah.
So high school, junior college, UW Green Bay.
Okay.
Now, the big boys.